Mop the Kid asked about the standard hi-fi vocal chain that a lot of people are using for pop and hip hop, which is the C-800, 1073, CL1B. Have you come across that? Do you have any opinions on that collectively or individually?
Yeah, I mean, that's a sound. I think of my era, it was a lot more of people using like the Avalon mic pre as opposed to the 1073. I always found the 1073 is kind of an interesting choice for pop vocals.
Yeah.
Just because it's not like in my opinion, like a flattering mic pre for vocals. It's
got a little more distortion, a little more sort of mid-range.
Yeah, it's not I mean, the big mover there is the C-800. I mean, that's a serious microphone.
Like a $10,000 tube mic that a lot of people are using for pop vocals and hip hop.
And I mean, that's the sound of that chain. Let's be real. The CL1B is not like an amazing compressor. It's kind of a utility compressor. It's in the background. It's benign. It's not heavy-handed. It's not like going through a Fairchild or something like that where it's really going to imprint a sound. So with that, I mean, the C-800, put that into a Focusrite, it's still going to sound like a C-800.
I totally agree.
It's still going to sound great. Not the right choice for every vocalist. It's a very bright microphone. It's
very bright.
Can enhance sibilance a little bit too much. I put that in the same category as like a 251. It's just like it can take your head off if it's not used right. My engineering mindset always goes from dark to bright. Like I always lean dark when I record and add the brightness later. I find when I record too bright and I try and darken things, that's when things start to fall apart for me. So I very rarely would I go for such a hi-fi signal chain like that. Personally.
Well, this is why you and I both love ribbon mics. Those microphones record very dark, but get so much high-end information that's recorded that when you boost up the high end sounds really big and natural and non-artificial, I should say.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd much rather kind of go that route. But I mean, I'm not going to shit on a C-800, 1073, CL1B. Like that's a great chain. If you can afford that fucking chain, chances are you've done something else right. So you probably know what you're doing.
16 G, something like that. So if you got $16,000 to spend on a pop mic and vocal chain, that's a fine way to go. It'll get you nice bright 2021 vocals.